Hello, everyone. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, I want to talk about the truth about the Whoopi Goldberg and Joe Rogan situation because it illustrates some of the tactics and ideas behind how the media shape and mold the minds and the opinions of the people listening to it. Now, I'm sure you're all basically familiar to a degree with the Whoopi Goldberg situation that, she said some really horrible things on her show, The View. And, I was looking to find those things before I made this video, a video of what she said. And I couldn't find it. Okay? But what I could find was thousands of videos about her apology and about her 2-week suspension and about how a lot of people felt that 2 weeks, that was pretty severe. I mean, at least they didn't send her to bed without dessert, I mean, gee, what's she going to do? She's probably going to go broke, 2 weeks. My goodness, that's really harsh. That's really severe. So this is how the issue is being framed, all right? That she said some things and she's really sorry, and now she's been punished, so you don't have to worry about it. And now a whole bunch of people, leaders, politicians, other media personalities have come out in support of Whoopi Goldberg. Now, if you were just a fair-minded person and you wanted to find out about this, you really can't find out about this. You can find out about the apology. You can find out about the suspension. You can find out about how sorry she is. You can find out how many other community leaders that people look up to feel that this punishment might be a little bit, too harsh. Now, let's contrast that with the Joe Rogan situation, where, he has raised some questions about the whole legitimacy of the COVID situation and the COVID vaccines. Now, personally, I can tell you, all right, I went and got tested for COVID, and I didn't have it. Good news. But I had to get tested again because of contact situation. And sure enough, this is like 2 days later, I had COVID. Wow, this was terrible. And then a couple of days later, I went and got tested again, and I didn't have COVID. Okay? So I hope you see what that tells you. All right? I mean, it's pretty obvious. Okay? They don't know what they're doing. They're not really testing. Okay? Maybe they're testing for SARS. Maybe they're testing for the flu. But and if you want, you can test this out yourself, go get tested 3 times, and 1 time you'll be positive and 1 time you'll be negative. So these are legitimate questions that the people are asking, that they want to know about, because, there's a lot of concerning news about the COVID situation, isn't there? There's quite a lot of it. And, as a result of this, some popular musicians, Neil Young, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Joni Mitchell, have now, pulled their music from Spotify because they wanted Spotify to remove Joe Rogan, for his terrible transgressions of not just going along with the mass media herd mentality, for asking questions that people should legitimately have and issues that are right there in front of you given the situation. And you can find this, right? You can do some searches on this and you'll find the information about Joe Rogan, about his transgressions, and about how Spotify is now putting a banner on anything that deals with COVID and directing them to an information site. Right? This is a serious issue. But you can't find anything on the Whoopi Goldberg situation, except for her apology. So what I want you to understand is that they use the media not merely to shape and mold the minds and the opinions of those listening, but to actually frame the issue in such a way that you can only come to certain conclusions. Now, I have very limited access to media right now. And as a result, I have to depend on the legitimacy and the truthfulness and the integrity of our media. But do you see how this is impossible, that the very framing of the issue distorts the issue? This is what we're looking at. This is what we're dealing with. This is what we have been dealing with for many, many years. These are not stupid people, okay? So Joe Rogan is characterized as a crazy right-wing nutter, okay? But Whoopi Goldberg is framed as someone who maybe said something that was a mistake and that she's deeply, deeply sorry for. Why? Why is this the case? Why is it framed in this manner? And the answer is, of course, because Joe Rogan is not part of the club. He is not under the mass media thumb. He is not one of the boys or one of the girls. But Whoopi Goldberg, in fact, is. Now, given the actual nature of these incidents, Whoopi Goldberg did something pretty ugly on a very large platform. Something very careless, okay? Whereas Joe Rogan simply raised some questions, held on to his legitimate doubt about the issues, and wanted to discuss things that people generally want to hear about. Is that what Whoopi Goldberg did? Or was this an additional attempt to shape the mind, the opinions of the people listening? Do you see? Do you understand? If you don't, watch more Howard Dare videos, because I talk about this sort of stuff quite a lot. Now, some part of you is probably saying, yeah, we kind of knew that, Howard. We kind of knew that. But the important part about this is that if you're not aware of it, it slips right past you. And that is intentional. That is by design. The media is perfectly aware of this, and they use it to their advantage and to our disadvantage. And as I said, this is a long game. It's been going on for a long time. Be aware. Understand. Watch more Howard Dare videos. Now, I'd also like to talk about the Canadian trucker issue, but I can't find any legitimate information on that particular subject. Gee, I wonder why. If any of you have access to the Whoopi Goldberg comments, whether it be a video or a transcript, please leave the link in the comments section below, because people want to know. I want to know. But you won't be able to find it. You'll find videos on the apology and on the suspension and on media leaders' opinions that maybe that was a little too harsh because she didn't really mean it. And then if you search on the Joe Rogan issue, you will find details lambasting him, bombarding him, and other leaders and people who are popular in the media pulling their content. Interesting, isn't it? Also, if you can find good information on the Canadian trucker information, please leave it in the comment section below. I would really like to find out about that a little bit more, but of course, I can't. Now, in closing, let me just say, I'm outdoors, okay? I'm working with handheld mobile devices, okay? My hands are too big to even type things on this. So please forgive the background noise and the poor audio quality. But this is the situation, okay? This is how limited our access to real information in real time is. This is like a man on the street situation, okay? So I really need your support, right? I want to talk about these issues. I want to create some more content, but the tools I have, the opportunities I have are not there. Gee, I wonder if that's an accident. I wonder if that's a mistake, okay? It's not. The voices that speak truth will be stifled. The people who fall in line and toe the media line, they will be promoted. It's very basic, okay? Understand it. Understand that it's going on around you. Understand as you're consuming all of this information that there's a bigger game taking place. You know, we could talk about how we are barraged with information. And if you think that that makes people more intelligent, you've got another thing coming. It just confuses them and overwhelms them. All right, but that's another video, okay? So watch the other Howard Dare videos, look for some of the new videos, leave comments so that we can share this information and help each other, all right? I'm going to leave it at that for now. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, and join me again, Howard Dare, as I hope to have more content for you. Thank you, everyone.